Hi, this is Rob Drummond at True Story Selling. In today's Tech Talk video, we're going to have a look at Macanta, which is a front-end interface for Infusionsoft. Now, I've known about Macanta for quite a long time, and I'm sorry to say it's taken me this long to fully get it and to understand how helpful it can be if you have people working in Infusionsoft every day. So the following video is a video I prepared for a client. The client's involved in accommodation, so there's a couple of references to accommodation, but if you replace accommodation with your business, everything I'm saying will apply, and I really hope it illustrates the big idea of what Macanta can do. So Macanta provides a front end to Infusionsoft that hides a lot of the complexity. So when I log in, what I can do is I can see any saved searches that have been shared with me. So I might, for example, have a list of VIP clients that I need to maintain relationships with, for example. So when I pull that in, that will pull in the list, the saved search from Infusionsoft. So in this case, the saved search is just people with my surname, which is mostly me. But if I then click on a contact, it will open up the contact record. And I think this is actually a lot more straightforward to understand. I think when you open the contact record in Infusionsoft, there's lots of tabs everywhere. It's quite difficult to find information sometimes. So what this really does is this places the contact notes as front and center. So what I might do is I might make a phone call to Lindsay, and that will phone the number here. So this uses a Skype style VoIP service. So if I start phone call and select call, so it's picked up the international call, dialing code from my country. So it's just ringing my landline. So if I answer that, hello, 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 and then end the phone call. What Macanta does is it stores the call recording on the contact record. And so if I then click on call recording, so it's picked up the international call, so we don't need to listen to that. The other thing I like about the notes is that if I then got Lindsay on the phone and we're, say, talking about, a video or something that she's been watching, so, well, firstly I can format the notes, so I can put in a title, put in, bullets. So maybe the title gets given the heading 2 formats. Maybe we format bullets, and I can also add in. I can insert a video, so I could embed. I could paste in some embed code from YouTube in here, and that will embed the video onto the note. So I just think this makes the notes a lot more useful, a lot more searchable as well. So what I can do when I'm saving this is I can say that actually this note is an action note. So if I go to create notes, so then that's added that note to the contact record, but it's also tagged it with action. So then what this does is it makes notes a lot easier to find in the future. So if I'm trying to retrieve a conversation I've had with someone, and I know I was talking about an action item, but I can't find the note, I can actually search by the note tag. I can just put in action and go. And then this will retrieve contacts with the note tag action. You can also set up additional tabs in Macanta. So if I go back into Lindsay's record, I can see that the default tabs are notes and then admin. So admin is the tab that only I can see as the administrator of Macanta. So most people will just see notes. But while I've got Lindsay on the phone, I might be asking her some details. I might be asking her how her stay was. I might be asking her, some information that we might want to use in the future. So then I've got a couple of forms here. I've got a form here, which basically acts like an internal form. So if we're gathering data on the call, I can input that into Infusionsoft straight from Macanta. I can also apply tags here. So I've added an option to apply tags from my appointments category. So if I want to add, this tag to her record, I can just apply it here. The other thing I really like about Macanta is you can also work with tasks. So if I go back to my saved searches, I'll see that one of my saved searches is actually a task list. So this could be people that I need to call, this could be prospects who've made an inquiry, it could be people who have stayed in the accommodation and we need to just place a courtesy call with them. So this is pulling in a list of tasks. So again, this is customizable. It's based on a task report in Infusionsoft, which means that it can be customized for individual users. So not everyone sees the same task list. But I can see that in this task list, I've got one task to do. So, contact Rob Drummond has been on my website. So this task list was created because a contact has viewed certain pages on my website using the web automation goal. But I can then come in here, I can go into the contact record, I can complete the task. On the contact record, I've got information about the task here. So I've got, call prospects, and then the task details are in here. So normally what I would do is I would put, fairly detailed instructions on here on what needs to be done to complete the task. Once the task is complete, I can just mark this as done, and then that, after 5 seconds, just marks it as done in Infusionsoft, and that works with task complete goals as well. So I just think for people working in Infusionsoft, I think this is a really obvious thing to do. I think it means that you can remove all of the stuff in Infusionsoft that isn't relevant to someone. So another application actually is that you can limit the contacts that people can see. So if I'm managing VIP clients, for example, I might only want to see VIP clients in Macanta. I might not want to see prospects. And we can actually do that in Macanta using a saved search, so that people only see the contacts that are relevant to them, they only see the information that they need, and they only see the things that they need to do or fill in. So yeah, that's Macanta.